Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, and welcome to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is Thursday Night Thunder and Gambler Motorsports, bringing you winter season week number 5. Tonight we come to the longest dirt track here on the iRacing.com service, USA International Speedway, for what is a triple. In fact, it's a big night on both Coast to Coast Racing Network and on Ultimate Dirt TV. Coast to Coast Racing Network will have 4 shows here this evening. You'll have the 358 modifieds, followed by the big block modifieds. Then the late models will come out, and then the NASCAR Cup, or the NASCAR Next Gen Cup cars. Let me get that, actually, because there is a 4-night show here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is, if we get to the right date, if I could get to the right date, that would be fine. So your RSN trackside big small block modifieds here at USA, followed by the catalytic recovery big block modifieds. Then it's the pro late models here at the USA International Speedway, and the NASCAR Xfinity cars. I apologize, I'm used to saying the NASCAR Next Gen Cup cars, what we had last season, but it's the NASCAR Xfinity cars, and they go to Michigan. So 4 races here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network this evening, but of course a triple header here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We've got the, like I said, the RSN trackside 358 modifieds, followed by the catalytic recovery big block modifieds, and then of course, well, we shut the stream off and we'll get ready for the final race on Ultimate Dirt TV tonight, which will be the pro late models. It's the Down and Dirty Outlaws pro late models presented by Speed Ranch, but more on that later on, because right now it is RSN trackside 358 modifieds qualifying here on the program. Well, let's go and take a look at some of the drivers that are making their way out onto the racing surface. Let's see which one of these drivers is going to be able to set the quickest lap time. Let's take a look at the man. That is going to be the Training Wheels Racing number 39 car, Patrick Spangler. Now, these drivers, they all get to hit the racetrack at the same time. They've got 2 minutes to lay down the 2 fastest qualifying times. And we still wait for those times to come through, which they should be coming through any moment now. We're looking at roughly around the 23-second mark. There it is. In fact, there it is. Brandon Templeton with a 23.056. Isaac Salas with a 23.064. Spangler 12th quick with a 23.292. Kelly Wheeler driving the Fusion Setup Shop number 11 machine. Waiting for the first time for Wheeler to come through. No time just then, so maybe the green flag for Kelly Wheeler, but Brandon Templeton still sits atop, well, did sit atop of the speed charts, but Isaac Salas, the first driver to go to the sub 23. It's a 22.966. 22.966. Reynolds goes into position number 7. Wheeler looking at 22nd quick with a 23.320. And we've got 30 cars signed into the pit area for tonight. Wheeler should be able to get the second lap in. Matt Schaefer, the only driver at the minute not to get a lap time in. But again, those drivers should be able to complete their qualifying lap, as Wheeler going to go 23.195. That'll go 11th quick. So qualifying results coming up on screen very quickly. Isaac Salas gets the quickest qualifier award. Brandon Templeton, Anthony Morano, Trevor Garreau, Trent Stratton, Zach Chapman, Dean Reynolds, Michael Vitale, Jeffrey Barker, and Logan Wentz for qualifying heat race number 1. They're going to line up like this, and I believe we will have 4 heat races on the program for tonight. So a big night of racing for the 358 modifieds presented by RSN Trackside. And it's going to be Samuel Backman to start on pole. Now, explain in a minute why Isaac Salas is not on the front row. Jeffrey Barker lines up the 513 from position number 2. From 3 will be the 88 or the 088 of Trent Stratton. And then from 4, it's the 5 of Isaac Salas. From 5th to 93 of Jason Butterfield. From 6th to 39 of Patrick Spangler. From 7 to 25 of Gary Sigelko and Andrew Hansley line up out of position number 8 in the Pepperoni Pizza car. Cars are rolling off down the front straight away. So if you're wondering why Isaac Salas is coming from the 4th position outside the 2nd row, real simple, there's an inversion here. And if you can hear that noise in the background, that's just the rain going on. All right, here we go. 6 laps on the board. Heat race number 1 of 4 here at the USA International Speedway. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, winter season, week number 5. The RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. We get ready to go racing off for corner number 4. Safety car will go in. They'll wait for the iRacing green flag to come out. Once that gets thrown, the race is on. Any restarts will be on the leader off for corner number 4. And we're racing down the front straight away. Samuel Backman getting at the jump down to the inside of turn number 1. He'll leave the bottom side open up there for Trent Verstraeten. As Verstraeten now to the inside. Salah's going to make it 3 wide down the back straight away here on the opening lap. Salah's going to move past. Well, he got tight. He'll move Barker up the racetrack. Spangler right there with him as well. But Samuel Backman is going to lead the opening lap. Poor old Jeffrey Barker getting shuffled back. In fact, he had contact there, so he'll now sit back there in position number 7 and 8. And it's the top 4, ladies and gentlemen, that are going to lock themselves straight into the main event. And well, there's your top 4 on screen from left to right. Samuel Backman in the 7, leading the way over Verstraeten back there in second spot. Third is Salas. Then you go back to Spangler in 4th. And a big gap back to Andrew Hansley in the pepperoni pizza car as they watch. And watch Isaac Salas throwing the slider there on Verstraeten down into turn number 1. Off for turn number 2. Here comes Verstraeten back to the inside. Again, they drag race down the long back straightaway here at the USA International Speedway. Working on completing half race distance. Spangler, Salas, they make a bit of contact off turn number 4. Salas left the door open for the inside. And Patrick Spangler took full advantage of that one. Spangler, remember, he had to come from the 3rd row. He's found his way to position number 3. So moving up is Patrick Spangler in that Training Wheels Racing number 39 machine. But boy, Isaac Salas, the Super Car Series Venom Racing number 5 machine, comes back at Spangler into turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps left to run here in the opening heat race of the night. 6 laps is the distances for the heat races, top 4. And of course the inversion is going to be 4. Everybody else will go through to the consolation race, which will be held over 8 laps. There's your leader coming into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time here in heat race number 1. He'll see the white flag is out. 1 lap left to go. 3/4 of a mile around the USA International Speedway. Verstraeten trying to do everything he can in his power to catch up to the 7, but he was 7/10 of a second. Although the last lap time by, he was a 10th quicker than Samuel Backman, but what time is really starting to run out. Final 2 left-hand turns. We see into turn number 3. Off the corner number 4. Samuel Backman gets the checkered flag. Trent Verstraeten home in 2nd. Isaac Salas in 3rd. 4th is going to go to Patrick Spangler. 5th will be Andrew Hansley. Jason Butterfield home in 6th. 7th will be Jeffrey Barker and Gary Sigelco to come home into position number 8. Let's take a look here at your heat race number 1 result about to pop up on your screen. We'll just wait for the final cars to come across the start-finish line, and there it is. Samuel Backman gets the win in RSN Trackside. Heat race number 1. Trent Verstraeten, Isaac Salas, Patrick Spangler, your top 4. Those 4 drivers locking into the main event. 5th on back, like I said, we'll go to the last chance qualifier. That'll be Andrew Hansley, Jason Butterfield, Jeffrey Barker, and Gary Sigelco. Heat number 2 lining up on the raceway right now. It's GJ Boydell lining up the 014 from pole. It's the 18 of Logan Wentz from position number 2. We go back to the second row. It's the Scooby-Doo 72 entry of Zach Chapman lining up at a position number 3. And second fastest here in tonight's qualifying, it's the Dirt Track Bank number 31 car, Brandon Tepperton. He'll line up at a position number 4. Randy Strees in car 56 will start from position number 5, and the 011 of Randall Dixon will start to his outside from position number 6. Joe Canellis in the 1 for mission 22 will start from position number 7, and Matt Schaefer lines up the 83 HBR entry of the 8th starting position. So RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds getting set to do battle once again. 6 laps on the board. 6 on the board, top 4 to the main event. The iRacing.com Steve King Foundation safety car moves infield. Boydell Wentz get ready to lead us to the green flag. Oh, Templeton and Chapman. Oh, they banged door panels and poor old Brandon Templeton didn't even get to go down into turn number 1. Didn't even get to the start-finish line. Schaefer got in all sorts of problems right now, but GJ Boydell leads. But I've got to say, here comes the 18 car of Logan Wentz. He races for the lead down into turn number 1 and 2. And it's going to be Logan Wentz off the bottom side of turn number 4. Wentz is going to lead there the opening lap, but GJ Boydell, here comes Boydell down to the inside. Slide job, no. He's going to stay to the middle of the racetrack, just above the slick line of Randy Shreves, just like what Patrick Spangler did. Started in the third row, and he's found a way to move into a transfer position. He's now going to look to battle here for the race lead, but right now it's Logan Wentz over GJ Boydell, Randy Shreves and Zach Chapman. Then you go back to Canellis on the outside, looking in with Dixon and Templeton and Schaefer some 11.5 seconds back from your race leader. But on screen right now, top 3 from left to right, the 18 of Logan Wentz, GJ Boydell and the 014 right in the middle, and then the white and black number 56 machine of Randy Shreves in third spot. It's 0.8 of a second separating your top 3, although Logan Wentz looking to capitalise on a front row starting spot here. And Zach Chapman, he started in position number 3. And after the contact with Templeton, he's just slipped back to position number 4. But right now, he looks solid in second spot. You're watching Boydell and Shreves. Boydell in the 014, Shreves in the 56 car. Work their way through corner number 3 and 4 with just 2 laps left to run. The popsicle sticks around here in heat race number 2 of 4. Logan Wentz looking to open up more of a gap here between himself and GJ Boydell. As Boydell, half a second. He was a little over about a 10.5 slower than Logan Wentz there on the previous lap. Logan Wentz fastest lap time with a 23.188, and he done that there on the previous lap. This lap is a 23.280. Boydell again. Here comes Randy Shreves now. Shreves not going to be close enough because it's going to be Logan Wentz into turn number 3 off for corner number 4. Logan Wentz will be victorious. He will start outside the front row of tonight's main event. Heat number 2 in the books. We've just got to wait for the 81 car of Matt Schaefer. And then, of course, we can bring you the results of heat race number 2, the RSN Trackside 358 Modifieds. Heat 2 is done. Let's take a look at your official results. Logan Wentz from GJ Boydell, Randy Shreves and Joe Canellis. So I believe Zach Chapman just pulled over and waited for Brandon Templeton just to go by, because you can see Chapman finished behind Templeton, so maybe a very classy move there from from Chapman, maybe realizing that he was at fault for that one. We didn't really get to see what happened, but heat number 3 lining up like this. Harold Clubb in the 76 to the pole position. The 11 car of Kelly Wheeler lines up at a position number 2. From the third starting spot, it's the Supercar Car Series number 79 machine of Dean Reynolds from 4. A teammate in the Full Throttle Motorsports number 32 machine, that is Anthony Morano. Going to the 5th starting spot, the Gears Unlimited 171 car of Jason Henry from 5. And the 2H of Hunter Carlson lines up at a position number 6. And Bob DeGood in car number 7 for Team RWB will start in the 7th and final starting position. Heat race number 3, your Steve King Foundation safety car and iRacing.com safety car is in field. It is into the pits and we get ready. Harold Clump, Kelly Wheeler getting ready to lead us to the green flag here in heat race number 3. And I'm going to say, some of these heat races, these starts, the drivers are just starting to struggle a bit, but look at the all chrome. Number 79 machine, Dean Reynolds, Morano to the outside of Wheeler stuck in the middle right now, but FTM sandwich. Wheeler gets clear of the 79 car, just gets a little loose. Reynolds nowhere to go. Wheeler goes around. Reynolds to the second last position on the racetrack. Wheeler back there in 7th. Reynolds is 6th. Bob DeGood, Hunter Carlson has made his way into position number 4. Now there is a challenge for the race lead. Anthony Morano looking to get by Harold Klump as they work down the back straightaway. Harold Klump was just too good there on the exit of corner number 2. You're watching heat race number 3, almost a slide job for the lead. Anthony Morano, can he get clear at the line? I think Morano had it by a few 1,000th of a second. There was very little in it between them. But Clump back around the outside of the 32 car. Morano, you're watching the race for the lead. Jason Henry in third position. Dean Reynolds has found his way back to position number 4. DeGood in fifth. 6 is Carlson and Wheeler in seventh. This time leading at the half race distance of heat race number 3 is Harold Clump. Morano now gets upstairs. Tries to cut it back through the middle of the racetrack. Tries to go down low. In fact, just trying to find some moisture on the exit of corner number 2 as they work down the back straightaway. Still watching first and second on screen. Harold Clump in the 76-year race leader from Morano. Back there in second spot in car number 32. Then you got Jason Henry slowly but surely starting to close in. He's just turned his quickest lap of the race with a 23.324 of Jason Henry in the 171 machine. But again, it's Morano and Clump. And again, Morano's good right through the centre of 1 and 2. He's good through the centre of 3 and 4. But it's just the extra speed right now that is seeing Harold Clump hold on to the race lead. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap left to go. And Clump has got it by a car length. They work down the front straight away. Reynolds closing in right now on Jason Henry. Henry closing in on Morano and Clump. There's your top 3 on screen. You can almost say top 4 because Reynolds is not too far from the picture of this one as they work into 3 and 4. Final time. Morano goes downstairs. He'll slide it up off for turn number 4. Here comes Clump as they drag race off for corner number 4. Who's it going to be? Oh, I think Anthony, no, I think it's Harold Clump who got it. I think Harold Clump just held on for a victory. Heat race number 3, boy. Taken so far the best heat race of the night. Let's take a look at your heat number 3 results to make it official. Heat number 3, the win will go to Harold Clump over Anthony Morano by just under half a tenth of a second. Jason Henry third, Dean Reynolds in fourth. Those 4 drivers going to the show. Fifth will be Bob the Good, Hunter Carlson in sixth, and Kelly Wheeler in position number 7. Heat number 4 lining up like this. It's Kurt Schatzer in the 218 to start from position number 1. From 2, it's the 397, Alex Pomelo. We go back to the second row. Marco Vitali in the 213. He'll line up at a position number 3, driving the Gears Unlimited entry to his outside, the 075. Trevor Garreau lining up to position number 4. Position number 5, it's John Hain in car number 71. And from 6, it's the 96 of Chris Alvey. And from 7, the final starter in heat race number 3, driving the Morano Racing number 33 car, that is John Morano. In what should be the final heat race of the night, it is. So, final heat of the night before we get ready for consolation race. Your RSN trackside 358 modifieds. We'll have the catalytic recovery big block modifieds to come after this one right here from this very racetrack here at USA International Speedway. But for now, we're not going to go green. We're going to send them around one more time. So again, 4 races here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll have the big block modifieds after this one, thanks to catalytic recovery. And then the pro late models will come back here to the USA International Speedway, and then the NASCAR Xfinity cars will also be on the program. Travis Piercefield will have that call for you for the pro late models and the NASCAR Xfinity race. Of course, myself, Ultimate Dirt TV, Brett Wheeler will be here for the 358 modifieds and the big block modifieds before we take a short break after the main event of the big blocks. Then we'll have a new stream up going for the Down and Dirty Outlaws. Here we go. Safety car is about to pull in film. We're about to go racing off turn number 4. Big night here on Ultimate Dirt to be an even bigger night on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Coming to the green flag, waiting for a start, Schatzer and Pomelo. And well, that's probably the best start of the night that we've seen so far. Schatzer just catches the grass. He'll slide it up all the way to the cushion. Off for turn number 2. Garreau trying to get around the outside of Vitalius. Pomelo tries to run down Kurt Schatzer. I don't think Schatzer's going to be too hard to beat in this one. Garreau now looking down to the inside on Pomelo as they work off for corner number 4 to complete lap number 1. It's going to be Kurt Schatzer to lead the first of 6 laps here in heat race number 3. Garreau again trying to drive Pomelo up the racetrack, trying to find some moisture, maybe get and unsettle the 397 car of Alex Pomelo. Now here comes the 213 car of Michael Vitale as Garreau goes down to the inside, now down into turn number 3 mid-track. By the time he comes off for corner number 4, still leaving a lane on the outside for Alex Pomelo, and Pomelo still holds on to the runner-up position. Alvy Hayden working back there in positions number 5 and 6, but there is your top 4 on screen. Schatzer now out of the picture. Your race leader, coming to the half race distance here in heat race number 4. Your 4th and final heat race of the night for the RSN trackside. 358 modifieds. Schatzer, Pomelo, Garreau and Vitale. That's your top 4. Alvy back there in 5th. John Hayne and John Morano to be in the 6th and 7th positions on the racetrack. Out of this heat race, it was Trevor Garreau who was the 4th fastest qualifier here this evening. Michael Vitale again just had to check up there on the entry down into turn number 3. Bit of a gap as John Hayne is now back there in position number 7. Chris Alvey back in 6th position, so a little contact between those two guys. That allowed John Morano to move to position number 5. As we watch now, Kurt Schatzer on screen, your race leader just to the left. Then you see the 397 car of Alex Pomelo. They come to the white flag. 1 lap left to go here in heat race number 4. Your RSN trackside 358 modifieds as they work on completing what will be 4 final left-hand turns before they lock themselves into the 30-lap main event, providing nothing silly happens as they work down the back straight away. Down into turn number 3, we'll see the 218 car just starting to lose a little bit of speed there, but the 397 car of Alex Pomelo, boy, you look good there down on the entry into turn number 3, but he's not going to have enough for time. Really ran out there in heat race number 4 as Kurt Schatzer gets the win. Ahead of Alex Pomelo, Trevor Garreau in 3rd, Michael Vitale 4th, John Morano, Chris Alvey. And then we go back to John Hayne for the 4th and final heat race of the evening as we get set right now for consolation race. Let's take a look at your results. Schatzer, Pomelo, Garreau and Vitale. Then you go back to Morano, Alvey and Hayne for the 7 cars in heat race number 4. Consolation race lining up like this. It'll be Andrew Hensley lining up in the 40 machine from position number 1. Randall Dixon driving the 011 will start from position number 2. From 3, it's the 7 car of Bob DeGood. From 4, the 33 of John Morano. From 5, it's the 93 of Jason Butterfield. From 6, the 31 car Brandon Templeton. From 7, the 2H of Hunter Carlson. From 8, it's the 96 of Chris Alvey. From position number 9, it's the 513 car of Jeffrey Barker. And from 10, it's the 72 of Zach Chapman. Although I don't think Zach Chapman is going to make it here. From 11, it's the 11 car of Kelly Wheeler. From 12, the 71 of John Hayne. And your 7th and final row, Gary Sigelco in car 25 from position number 13. And the HBR 83 car, Matt Schaefer, lines up out of position number 14. I believe we are looking at a top 8. So it is 8 laps with 8 cars. Zach Chapman missed the start, so that will make it 8 laps, top 8 will go through, but 13 cars to contest your B main. And Andrew Hensley and Randall Dixon have the field at the ready. The racing.com safety car and Steve King Foundation pace car is about to make its way infield, and we will go racing here off for turn number 4. Keep an eye on these somewhat slowish starts. It can be very difficult right now for some of these drivers, but the green flag goes up, the throttles go down, and we are racing down the front straight away. Who's going to get the jump down into turn number 1 and 2? It's going to be Hensley, 3 wide to good. Dixon and Morano, as here comes around the outside goes Brandon Templeton. Oh boy, Hensley in the 40 car, starting to see some mechanical issues in the pepperoni pizza machine, but it's going to be Randall Dixon to lead down into turn number 3. Off for corner number 4, Randall Dixon will lead the opening of 8 laps around the USA International Speedway. DeGood finds his way into position number 2 in 3rd spot. Is Brandon Templeton. Expect Brandon Templeton to be challenging for the race lead here in the final stages of this one, but he's going to make quick work of the 7 car of Bob DeGood, and DeGood going to go upstairs. Templeton going to stay down low through turn number 3 and 4, and Bob DeGood going to make the pass. John Morano back now into position number 9. He's on the outside looking in. That'll move Andrew Hensley. back up into the final transfer position. Here comes Jason Butterfield. Driving the Venom Racing number 93 machine. We'll see if he can get by that the Team RWB number 7 entry of Bob DeGood as they work to complete on lap number 3. So 3 down and 5 to run. Hunter Carlson right there with John Hayne. Then you go back a little bit of a gap. Back to Gary Sigleco in the 25. Andrew Hansley in the 40 machine in the 8th and final transfer spot for Jeffrey Barker. He's pit side along with Matt Schaefer. Kelly Wheeler some 10 seconds off your race lead as they work. Half race distance here's a challenge for the race lead. Brandon Templeton, Randall Dixon. Dixon on the outside, Templeton to the inside. I did say that come the back end of this consolation race, expect Brandon Templeton to be challenging for the race in. And well, at the halfway stage, he's done it. He's gone from, I think, what was the 3rd row in the 31 car, and he's trying to make quick work right now, trying to get himself clear, because if he can get himself clear, he can just run those laps, just get himself more comfortable in the car. But right now, as he continues to work with the battle with Randall Dixon in the 011 machine, it's still Randall Dixon, the race leader. Here comes Templeton with a crossover from top to bottom. He goes. Bob DeGood almost right there with him, half a second off your race leader. Now Templeton again down to the inside. This time he's going to throw the big slide job down into 3 and 4. And now it's going to be Randall Dixon to go from the top to the bottom. But give the spot and give the race lead to Brandon Templeton with just 2 laps left to run. Popsicle sticks are out for Brandon Templeton, driving the dirt track bank number 31 car as he leads by what is about 2 to 3 car lengths down the back straightaway. Dixon trying everything in his power to get by, but the white flag will come out. 1 lap left to go for Brandon Templeton. Dixon, DeGood. Then you go back to Butterfield, and Hunter Carlson rounds out your top 5, followed by John Hayne in 6th position in the 71. Gary Sigleco, the 25, and then the Pepperoni Pizza entry of Andrew Hansley, who again just still having those mechanical issues, but somehow he's managed to hold on to a transfer spot as Templeton goes low off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Brandon Templeton will go to the A main. Dixon home in 2nd, DeGood 3rd, 4th will be Butterfield, Hunter Carlson in 5th, John Hayne, Gary Sigleco and Andrew Hansley will be the drivers that will make the show. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Come back with your RSN Trackside A main event on the other side of this break.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now, from coast to coast? It's one of the best tracks in the Coast to Coast Racing League, and it's showtime in Volusia.
Back live here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is now time for your main event. 30 laps on the board for your RSN Trackside 358 modifieds. Let's take a look at your starting lineup here for Gambler Motorsports on Thursday Night Thunder. Samuel Bachman alongside Logan Wentz on the front row. Row number 2 to the inside and outside will be Harold Klump and Kurt Schatzer. Row 3, you're going to see Trent Verstappen line up alongside GJ Boydell. Row number 4, inside and outside, Anthony Morano and Alex Pomelo. Row 5, inside will be Isaac Salas. To the outside, it's Randy Shreves. Row 6, Jason Henry and Trevor Garreau. Row number 7, Patrick Spangler and Joe Canellis. Row number 8, Dean Reynolds and Michael Vitale. Brandon Templeton, your B-main winner, alongside Randall Dixon in the 9th row. Row number 10, inside, outside, will be Bob DeGood and Jason Butterfield. Second last row, row number 11, Hunter Carlson alongside John Hayne. And the final row, Gary Sigelco and Andrew Hansley. For your 24 starters in tonight's main event. Who will get the job done? In your RSN Trackside 358 modifieds as they work down the back straight away. They are 1 to green here at USA. We'll have your catalytic recovery, big block modified shortly after this one, but we've got to go racing here for the 358 modified division. Thanks to RSN Trackside, Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, winter season, week number 5. The Steve King Foundation safety car is in field. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get dirty for 30 here at USA to see who will take out week number 5. And it's going to be an absolute drag race from Logan Wentz and Samuel Bachman as they work down the front straight away. But it is going to be yellow. Oh, Dean Reynolds looks to be involved in this one. Oh, the 79 car of Reynolds gets into the back of Spangler. Just misjudged it just there. So again, on board right now with Patrick Spangler here on the replay. Randall Dixon in the 011 machine also stuck there as well, but looks like we're going to get this field lined up into rows of 2x2. We're still under yellow conditions here at USA International Speedway. So 30 laps on the board. And essentially with that now being said, it's going to be one completed with 29 to go. So who can take out the opening round of the opening race of what is winter season week number 5? Lights are out. Safety car is about to come in field. We're about to go back racing here in the main event. 29 still to run. We thank you all for your support here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We go back racing. Green flag is back out. Your RSN Trackside 8 main event is back underway. I'm already 3 wide down through the first and second turn. Logan Wentz just to the right and left of your screen there. Was up the inside there. Samuel Backman, Klump, Boydell, Morano, Salas right there. 3 wide as Morano and Salas trying to split the middle right now as Klump. Klump gets into the side of Boydell. Shree's coming through on Verstraeten as well. Then you go back to the 171 car of Jason Henry. Trevor Garreau right there with him as well. Brendan Templeton to the inside, going 3 wide. Once again, 3 wide a number of times. And he's 3 wide again down the back straight away. Old B-Tip of the dirt track bank, number 31 car. Boyd is on right now, right in the middle of the pack as we continue to watch. Right now, a challenge for the race lead. Samuel Backman going to continue to lead what is lap number 3. Wentz trying to put the move there, the power move on the inside of 1 and 2 there on Samuel Backman. But Backman driving the full throttle Motorsports entry, still holding on to the number 1 position, but still plenty of time left in this one. And a long, long way to go if you don't mind. 3/4 of a mile. I think we're looking at around roughly 21 miles of racing here at USA. Morano now going to close in as Wentz once again now trying the low side through 1 and 2. Keep an eye on just where Brandon Templeton is on the timing tower. He's back there in position to what is number 13. Remember he won the B main, so he knows exactly how the track condition is like, and Logan Wentz is going to lead what is lap number 5. And we're still live for 25 as Schatzer Morano goes down to the inside. Schatzer almost trying to make a 3 wide, but here comes Samuel Backman on the outside. Top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4. Looks like it's the place to be. Samuel Backman gets back to the race lead, but the yellow is out, so we go back to the last recorded lap. And Logan Wentz says, well, thank you very much. I'll take back the lead. So yellow is out once again here on the raceway. Well, I tell you what, this is going to be an absolute belter of a race for what was going to be the top 4 position. But now again, because we have a yellow, we come back to the restarts. And we go back to double file racing, which means everybody will be in close proximity of one another. So therefore, it'll be up to the race leader of Logan Wentz. Now he has control of this field, so he gets to dictate the pace, dictates to when the race goes back to green. So still line up behind the iRacing.com and Steve King Foundation safety car. We're still 2 to green, as you can see the flashing lights there on the official pace car out in front. Again, you're watching here on the iRacing.com service. It's just a matter of who will it be. Who can get the job done? So a lot of racing left to be done with 24 to go. So as we look at how many miles are left, there's still 18 miles left in this one. There was 22 and a half. It's a 22 and a half mile race. So my math wasn't too bad. I said around 21. It is not bad at all. Sunshine? Hey, what's up, Justin? Sorry, buddy, I just seen that message now coming through. Alright, here we are. We are green flag racing once again. 18 miles still left around USA International Raceway. Schatzer trying to put the move there on Samuel Backman. Oh boy, Morano. Oh, Morano goes from good to bad. And just like that, big wreck down into turn number 3. bobbed a good flipping wildly. Gee, you want to try and... You want to fix this one up? So just there, he gets into the back and he checks up, comes down, and well, unfortunately... And all these other cars, literally nowhere to go on that exchange. It pretty much just taken up the entire back straightaway. Gee, Randall Dixon. If we can get an onboard here with Randall Dixon, have a look at this. Misses one. Just hitting the brakes and misses another one. Boy, that was close. Look, just there to the right of your screen, you see John Hayne. Missed that one. And then you can just see the brakes just lock up. And gee whiz. So, yellow lights. Back out onto the raceway. So get ready to come back racing here at USA. Lights are out. .23 to go. Don't forget big blocks to come after this one. Alex Pomelo out of the event. And it sucks for the 397 car because he had somewhat of a decent going right now. Samuel Backman, boy, immediately he's got Kurt Schatzer breathing down his neck and trying to go to the outside. He'll get to the top. Trent Verstappen down to the inside there. And Isaac Salas. Salas powers back around the outside of the 088 machine. And now Salas coming after Kurt Schatzer for a podium position as they work down into turn number 3. We see the top 5 drivers utilize the low side through turn number 1, through 3 and 4. And most of them will. They'll go back to the top side. The bottom side. I thought they were going to go to the bottom side. I did say they're probably top 1 and 2. Bottom 3 and 4 looked like it was the place to be. But as Salas and Schatzer now go wheel to wheel, Schatzer's going to go upstairs into turn number 3. Salas will say, thank you very much. I'll take the inside line. I'll move by you and I'll move into a podium spot. Kurt, thank you very much. You can go back to position number 4. And now I'm going to look to drive away from you here in the feature event. For Stratton now in the 088, he also works on the low side. He was following in the tyre tracks of the 5 machine of Isaac Salas and Samuel Backman. 4/10 of a second gap between himself and the leader in the 18 car of Logan Wentz. Shreves has got some company with Trevor Garreau, but Shreves still holds on to position number 6. Garreau back there in 7th, followed by Jason Henry, Jason Butterfield, Michael Vitale. That's your top 10 drivers as Butterfield moves by Henry for what is now positions number 8 and 9, although they switch back, as does Garreau and Shreves. Samuel Backman, now it's 2/10 of a second lead for Logan Wentz. He's closing the gap right now. And as he closes the gap, in comes the 5 car of Isaac Salas. He looks to the inside of Samuel Backman in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. But Samuel Backman held on to the runner-up position. Will come to 18 to go. So 12 down. With 18 laps remaining here in the main event. Can Logan Wentz, can he hold on for a victory here on this Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Winter Season Week number 5? Driving the number 18 car in your RSN trackside 358 modifieds. Sure, you'd love to get some good momentum going forward. Whoa, Samuel Backman makes the mistake. And well, Isaac Salas says, okay, thank you very much. Now I'll take position number 2. And now here comes Kurt Schatzer. Boy, the three cars really duking it out right now for second, third, and fourth as Bachmann and Salas both drive away from Schatzer down the back straightaway. A lap away from half race distance, and boy, Logan Wentz in the 18 car, come courtesy of the inversion. He was able to start on pole on one of the earlier heat races. I want to say it was heat race number 1. Everybody just sort of found themselves into a bit of a rhythm now. You got Brandon Templeton back there in 15th spot, got by Harold Klump, and now, well, the drivers that went at it in the B main, Brandon Templeton and Randall Dixon, they're going to go at it right now for 14th and 15th position on the racetrack. Although Randall Dixon, he's got the better of the two. Spangler looking to move to the inside there of Jason Henry, but again, he's not too far away from Michael Vitale. Jason Butterfield in 8th position, bit of a gap as Samuel Bachmann still holds on to position number 3. But I really tell you what, you really can't count this one out just yet because Kurt Schatzer's got some speed in the 218, and so far in the opening 16 laps, Samuel Bachmann has done a very, very nice job to hold on to a podium position. But keep an eye on the gap right now between Logan Wentz and Isaac Salas. Last lap time by Salas was a tenth and a half quicker with a 23.4. Wentz was a 23.65. That time by, they were very similar in lap times, a 23.432 for Isaac Salas, and that was one of the quick. In fact, it's the quickest car on the racetrack. Shreve's done a 23, the exact same time, a 23.432. Schatzer with a 23.436, and well, that half a second gap right now is going to get taken away. We are yellow on the raceway here in a main competition. And Isaac Salas must be happy with that one. So we'll go yellow. So looking like we are hopefully we can get this field 1 to green. No, it looks like we are going to stay with a 2 to green signal. So we'll leave the iRacing.com pace car and the Steve King Foundation safety car on the raceway just for a brief moment, just for another 2 laps. And not this time. No, in fact, we've taken the lights. We've taken the lights off, so we're going to go green. So we are ready for a start. Logan Wentz, Isaac Salas. It was half a second lead before the yellow come out. Can Wentz capitalise, or will it be Salas to move into the race lead? Well, he's got 12 laps to get it done. We go back racing. Samuel Bachmann again going to immediately put the pressure to the 5 machine of Salas. Top 4 on screen, left to right. Wentz, Salas, Bachmann. Then you go back to Schatzer and Trent Verstraeten as well. That was quickly short-lived, as the yellow will come back out here at USA International Speedway, and that will take another lap away. So that's another lap, and that's another lap that Logan Wentz doesn't have to do, and he can just figure out what he wants to do for these remaining 11 laps here at USA, the RSN trackside. 358 modifieds. Don't forget the catalytic recovery. Big block modifieds to come after this one. So again, like I said, big night here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. RSN trackside 358 modifieds, followed by the catalytic recovery. Big block modifieds. Then they'll have the Dirt Pro late models and the NASCAR Xfinity cars also on the program. And that will be headed to, I believe, what was it, Michigan? Yes, it is Michigan. on your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. So I believe at the top of the hour, or shortly just after the top of the hour, we should be ready for the Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modifieds as we come back to the green flag. We are back underway here in the main event with Logan Wentz leading from Isaac Salas, Samuel Bachman, Kurt Schatzer, Trent Verstraeten. That's your top 5. Shreves, Garreau, Butterfield, Vitali, and Morano, your top 10. As we're about to come to 10 laps to go. 7. The 7 car of Samuel Bachman. Again, had a front row start in tonight's main event. But again, we'll look at the timing tower just to the left-hand side of the screen. We see what will be between Logan Wentz and Isaac Salas. As we come to 10, we'll make it 9 to go, and the yellow is out. So lights are out. In fact, the lights are still on. I should say lights hopefully go out next time by. So can Logan Wentz, can he hold on? Again, these single file restarts are really starting to help him. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Friday night here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is the Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights from USA International Speedway Live on the GY6RN. Got your 6 Racing Network. It'll be 358 modifieds here at USA, followed by Pro Late Models at USA, and then the 360 Sprint Cars on the program. Should be a good night of racing, especially from USA. Joe Halter will have command of that one. And again, week number 6 will begin on Sunday night with another big week of racing. Monday night, the Oshweekend Speedway Monday Night Madness. Don't forget, we've also got the Flatline Racing Bodies Hometown Heroes. We've also got Tuesday night Chili Bowl Preliminary Night, which will be a test run, the Mid-Atlantic Showdown Qualifier, late models at South Boston. It's qualifier number 3. So a big week here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. And another great season for the winter season here. Week number 5. 9 to run. Logan Wentz. Isaac Salas. Samuel Bachman, Kurt Schatzer, Trent Verstraeten. Green flag always once again here at USA, and we are green. And this time Isaac Salas has been closer than ever on the restarts, and now it's just about 0.2 of a second. Less than 2 car lengths between your top 2 drivers, and a very similar gap back to Samuel Bachman. So half a second separate your top 3 as they all roll to the bottom side through turn number 3 and 4. And now Salas once again closing in on your race leader. Boy, I tell you what, you want to see how close you can get? Well, let's take a look out of the right front car of Logan Wentz. We'll see what Isaac Salas. We'll see how close he can get to the back of Logan Wentz, and just see how close he really does get on board with your race leader with 7 laps left to run. You can really start to see underneath this race car how bumpy it can be. Look at the shocks, up and down they go. The axle just sitting there going, boy, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Still plenty of laps And plenty of time to get this one in the books. 6 laps left remaining. And, well, Isaac Sellers, he doesn't want to sit there wondering what is going to go wrong if he sits there following him on the bottom side. So now he's had to try something different. He went to the top in 1 and 2. And he's now going to look to keep the speed and the momentum up through 3 and 4. So top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4 is what Isaac Sellers just tried. He was half a tenth quicker on the bottom side. We'll see what he is this time. Well, he's half a tenth slower, so whatever he just gained a couple of laps ago, he is lost. But I'll tell you what, with a handful of laps left remaining, you would got to think that Logan Wentz is going to be, as long as he doesn't make a mistake, he's going to make it very difficult right now for Isaac Sellers to get around him. Samuel Backman there in third. Fourth is Schatz of Australian, still sits there into position number 5. And we've still got 20 cars on the lead lap with just 4 laps left to go. 3 miles around USA. Three to run. Logan Wentz. I'm sure he must be nervous right now, knowing that Isaac Sellers is a tenth of a second. He is breathing right down his neck, coming to 2 to run. Sellers is going to go upstairs. Two laps remaining. Logan Wentz, Shatson output the moves there on the 7th car of Samuel Backman for 3rd spot on the podium, but it's still Logan Wentz continuing to lead the way. Coming to the white flag, 4 turns off the turn number 4 is all that separates Logan Wentz and a victory here at USA. Your RSN trackside A main event for the 358 modifieds is under white flag conditions. Top 3 nose to tail. Oh, Sellers had an opportunity but couldn't capitalize on it. Logan Wentz back straight away for the final time down into turn number 3 off the corner number 4. A very hard-earned victory, and Logan Wentz is going to go to victory lane. Logan Wentz will find victory lane here on the RSN trackside 358 modifieds. I'm sure he is absolutely pumped with this one. We'll see if he does the celebratory donuts or whether he just parks it straight up on the front straightaway. He almost doesn't know where to go, but you know what? Doesn't matter, because he has found victory lane in the 18 machine. And a well-deserved victory goes to Logan Wentz. We'll take a look at your finishing results. Your RSN trackside 358 modifieds. Logan Wentz gets the win over Isaac Sellers in 2nd. Samuel Backman 3rd. Schatzer in 4th. 5th, we'll go to Australian Shreves in 6th, Garot 7, Morano 8, Butterfield 9, Vitali going to round out your top 10. Over the page, we go back to Henry in 11th, Hayne in 12th, Spangler followed by Dixon and Reynolds to make up your top 15. Sigel codes are good. Klump, Carlson and Hanley, that's your top 20. And over the page, the final 4 drivers, Templeton, Boydell, Canellis and Pomelo was the first car to exit this 24-car field. We'll go down trackside and chat to the man that comes home in what is 3rd place here tonight. In fact, he is not out of the car just yet. But we're going to move him right there. There we go. We'll chat to the guy that comes home in 3rd place here tonight, driving the 7th car of Samuel Backman. Samuel, mate, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight. And boy, I tell you what, that was one you really had to work for.
Yeah, it was. I knew Logan and Isaac and all those guys were going to be real fast, and I couldn't make any mistakes, but I ended up getting to the wall a couple times and letting Isaac and Logan by, and I mean, that's just racing, I guess, but it's a fun race, and good hats off to those guys, and good win for Logan.
Couple of yellows, especially towards the middle and the back end of that race, were you sort of getting nervous with those single file restarts with how difficult the track was?
Yeah, because I knew it was going to be pretty much just one lane kind of on the bottom, and I mean, the best part about it is that everybody's in one lane, so I mean, you're not going to lose any positions going on the top, but I knew the top wasn't there, and it was just one lane the whole time, and yeah.
Samuel, well done on a third place finish here tonight in the RSN Trackside 358 Modified main event. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 7 car.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank all the guys over at FTM. They've been helping me out a lot. Expert Installation, Swan Speed Shop, Super Dirt Car Series, and you guys for putting the shows on.
Samuel, well done on third place. We'll see you back shortly, hopefully, for the Big Block Modifieds. Samuel Backman home in third place. Isaac Sellers home in second spot. Isaac, congratulations on the runner-up finished. And, well, you had a number of opportunities there late in this one, but he didn't make a mistake when you'll have to come home with a second spot finish. Yeah, no, Isaac? Check 1, 2. Isaac? All right, we'll head to Logan Wentz here in a minute. No, hang on, Isaac. No, I still can't hear anything from you. Tell you what, let's you can stay here, try and figure it out. We'll bring up your race winner here tonight, driving the 18 machine of Logan Wentz. Logan, hey buddy, congratulations, welcome to Victory Lane.
It's really glad to be here. Second time ever in Coast to Coast.
How nervous were you there on that final restart?
I was kind of getting a little nervous as each caution came out. I know Isaac's really fast, and I always have a blast racing with him.
Coming to 2 to go, what goes through your mind knowing that Isaac is right up on that rear bumper? One little mistake, and it was definitely going to be the difference between either winning or coming second.
I was kind of just praying I was going to be able to hold the bottom best I could and keep the car straight. That was the biggest thing. I kept missing in the middle of 1 and 2 and getting real loose on exit, and he'd catch up to me, but I'd gain it back in 3 and 4.
That final lap coming out of turn number 2, he makes a little bit of contact. Once he made the contact with you, what was going through your mind as you were rolling down the back straight, knowing that all you had to do was just hit those final 2 left-hand turns and come to Victory Lane?
Honestly, I started celebrating entering into 3.
I'll tell you what, mate, a well-deserved victory nonetheless. But Logan, congratulations on this finish here tonight. We'll let you thank everybody involved on this 18 machine.
I gotta thank Castleberry Flagstone for keeping me employed each week. Miranda Racing, JT Screen Printing, Epilepsy Foundation of America, and High Mom Lens.
Logan Wentz, your winner here tonight. We'll see if we can get our second place finisher, Isaac. No, still doesn't want to talk to us. All right. I believe he's having some sort of mic issue. Oh, hang on. No, we got him. Whatever you did before we had you. You there?
Do I finally got you?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. I got you.
Sorry, man. I don't know what's going on with my mic tonight. It's weird.
Maybe it just doesn't like second place.
Apparently.
Hey,
I don't like second.
No, I can't imagine anyone that likes a second place. Hey, buddy, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. You had a couple of opportunities to get by him later this one, but I guess, if you're going to win, you want to do it clean and, you don't want to use the old bump and run.
Yeah, well, we were both kind of making some mistakes towards the end there. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I know that he missed the bottom one time, and I should have been there, but I was just like almost too far back to even try to go after him, and I knew that if I tried, it probably wouldn't have ended well for the both of us. So, yeah, I'll take a P2, I guess, and it's always fun to race with Logan.
Isaac, well done on the second place finish here tonight at USA. We've still got quite a number of races to come here tonight, but we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 5 car.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Brett. Thank you guys over at Venom Racing, Dean the Super Dirt Car Series, Magnum Race Designs, Got Your 6 Racing Network, RSN Trackside, Mission 22, Top Notch Trucking, everybody here in Coast to Coast. Thank you for the broadcast, Brett. It's good to hear your voice again. Thanks to my friends, my family. Thanks to my girlfriend for watching, even though you're at work. And then just congrats to Logan again.
There we go, Isaac Salas home in second place. We are going to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We've still got your catalytic recovery big block modifieds to come here from the USA International Speedway. So we'll take a commercial break, and on the other side of this, your big block modifieds.
it's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a
bit of a hiatus, so let's get. Tonight we'll be talking about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is time for the catalytic recovery. Big block modified. We just had the RSN Trackside 358 modified, and now we turn our attention to the big blocks as we get set for winter season week number 5. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call once again here at the USA International Speedway, a track that is in Lakeland, Florida, in 0.7 miles, so 3/4 of a mile, the longest dirt track we have on the service. And well, we are ready to go qualifying your format for tonight as the practice session about to wrap up. Your format for tonight is going to be qualifying. Each driver has 2 minutes to lay down their best lap time of 2 laps. So they get 2 laps. The best lap time will count. Now, the heat races, we will see 4 heat races in total. It will be 6 laps in distance. However, the inversion, once again, is going to be 4. So the 4 fastest qualifiers will come from the 4 starting spot in your 4 heat race tonight, into tonight. Then, of course, we continue on with the number 4. From the heat races, we lock in 4 drivers from each of the 4 heats to lock in a total of 16 cars. Everybody else, 15th thumb back, well, they will have to go through to the last chance qualifier known as the B main or your consolation race. That will be held over 8 laps in distance and we'll take the top 8 from that one. After that, we take about a 3-minute break. We'll come come back with your 30-lap main event. And well, once the 30-lap main event is done, then of course we chat to the top 3, and then we get ready to continue on the rest of the night with the pro late models here at the USA International Speedway. Travis Piercefield will have that one, along with the NASCAR Xfinity cars. So we go from dirt to asphalt. So Travis Piercefield with Extreme E-Speed TV will have that one for you. So a big night here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. And well, from about 9:30 Eastern back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We've got some more racing to come, but won't worry about that one if you want to stick around on Ultimate Dirt TV after that. Make sure you do. So we are about to wrap up this qualifying session as... Again, you know what, we're just going to bring up the times. We'll show you the times and we'll let you know who has got the quickest lap time. Isaac Salas has got the quickest lap time with a 22.354. Trent Verstraeten with a 22.371. Templeton, 22.407. Anthony Morano, 22.403. However, Jason Coffey, you see him there in 16th position. He's going to start pole of heat number 1. Make that Jeffrey Barker, Bob DeGood, Dean Reynolds, and Jason Henry. Those 4 drivers are going to start. So 13, 14, 15, and 16 will start on pole of the 4 heat races. Logan Wentz, Kelly Wheeler, Talon Ulabari, and John Hayne. Those drivers are in fact going to start on the outside of the front row. So qualifying results coming up here. Very quickly, there it is. Isaac Salas goes quick time here in your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Winter Season Week number 5. Trent Verstraeten, Brandon Templeton, Anthony Morano. And you go back to Trevor Garreau, rounds out your top 5. It is confirmed a total of 4 heat races. Heat number 1 lining up like this. Jason Henry on the pole. On the outside of the front row, John Hayne from position number 2. From 3 will be the 075 of Trevor Garreau. From 4, the 5 of Isaac Salas. From 5, it's the 146 car of Jason Coffey. From 6, it's the 47 car of Stephen Stewart. And Matt Schaefer in car number 83 lines up out of position number 8. Make that 7 in the 81 car. Apparently I can't count. All right. We're waiting for a start. Coming to a green. Green flag goes out. Trevor Garreau, boy, he's going to lose the 3rd spot there to Isaac Salas, and it's going to be Jason Henry to lead the way. Here comes Stephen Stewart around the outside of Garreau, as looking to the inside goes Salas on Hayne as they work off corner number 4. Lap number 1 is in the books, and well, it's going to belong to Jason Henry. Salas and Hayne go side by side down into the 1st and 2nd turn. Hayne's got the advantage on the outside. Henry, Salas, Hayne, 1, 2, and 3. It's Henry still leading the way right now, but again, here comes Salas to the inside. Salas has got 2nd by half a car length over John Hayne, and again, Hayne goes upstairs. Right through the middle goes Jason Henry. Hayne gets up into the flop and gets into the concrete wall just a little bit. He'll lose 2nd spot. Does again, here comes Salas. 3 down, 3 to run for Jason Henry. It's still Jason Henry out in front. Here comes no, I thought he was going to go for the big slider into 3 and 4, but boy, I tell you what, he pulled it up mid-corner, and Isaac Salas has got the race lead with 2 laps left to run. Now he's going to go for the big slider into turn number 1 and 2. Where does Henry go? Does he go inside, outside? Salas just stuck himself right in the middle there on the exit of turn number 2. And had to make a choice. Henry had to make a choice, and it turns out it wasn't the choice to go to the race lead. It's a choice that, well, he's playing it smart. He gets himself locked into a transfer position, gets himself locked into the main event to start from what will be position number 5. So long as he can hold on to that second spot with John Hayne closing on the gap in the final 2 left-hand turns. Hayne again drives it deep down into 3 off for corner number 4. Salas from quick time to a heat race 1 victory. He will start on pole. Second will go to Jason Henry. Third, John Hayne. Fourth will be Stephen Stewart. Trevor Garreau in fifth. We'll take a look at your results coming up. 6 is Matt Schaefer. Jason Coffey to come home in position number 7. Heat number 2 is going to line up like this. Dean Reynolds starts on the pole position to the outside of the front row. Talon Ulibarri lines up from position number 2. From position number 3, Michael Vitali. From 4, it's the R88 of Trent Verstraeten. From 5, it's the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. From 6, the 33 of John Morano. And from 7, the 39 car of Patrick Spangler will make up the 7 cars here in heat race number 2. And again, 4 heat races on the program for tonight. 6 laps for the 4 heat races, followed by an 8-lap consolation race. And I believe we should have a total of 12 cars in the consolation race, where 8 of them will go through. So we'll send 4 packing before tonight's main event. And again, the 4 drivers, well, they can get ready for the Pro Late Models to come. Coming to the green, Dean Reynolds and Ulibarri. Vitali, Verstraeten, Schatzer, Morano and Spangler. The green flag is up and the throttles go down and we are underway. The foots go to the floor and pedal to the metal as they work through turn number 1 and 2. Reynolds has got a half a second lead already over Michael Vitali. Back there in the 213 car, Schatzer from that 3rd row. He's now going to move himself into a transfer spot. He'll get to the inside of the 19 car of Ulibarri. And it's going to be Dean Reynolds to lead lap number 1. Keep an eye on Patrick Spangler. Started dead last in this field, position number 7. And we'll see if Patrick Spangler can find himself into a direct transfer to tonight's main event, or whether he has to do it the long way and come from the B main. Verstraeten side by side with Ulibarri as they work down into 3 and 4 here on lap number 2. 2 down, 4 to run. Reynolds still 6/10 of a second lead. In fact, their lead is just starting to grow just a little bit further right now. Very similar lap times. Kurt Schatzer, the fastest car on the racetrack at the moment with a 22.707. Ulibarri back there in 4th position has still got Verstraeten still breathing down the neck of the 19 car, but then Verstraeten has got Patrick Spangler, so a 3-way dance almost for that 4th, 5th and 6th position. Now making a 2-way dance is Spangler, just a little loose and a little high there on the exit of turn number 4. We've got 2.5 to run for your race leader. Dean Reynolds would love to start outside of the front row in tonight's 30-lap main event. In the catalytic recovery, big block modifieds alongside his good friend of Isaac Salas. Reynolds with 2 to run. Vitali closing in. He was almost a 10th quicker than Kurt Schatzer. Kurt Schatzer's now turned the quickest lap of the race with a 22.559. That's 3/4 of a tenth. So almost going to call it a 10th of a second over anybody else. So Schatzer's got the 218 machine hooked up right now, but hooked up out in front is the 79 car, the Full Throttle Motorsports Super Durcar Series number 79 machine out in front. Dean Reynolds, he's gotten through turn number 1 and 2. He's just going to make turns 3 and 4, and he will start on pole. He will start outside of pole on tonight's main event here in the catalytic recovery. Big block modifieds off for corner number 4. We are checkers. Checkered flag is out here in heat race number 2. Let's take a look at the results. Dean Reynolds will be confirmed your winner. Michael Vitali, Kurt Schatzer, Talon Ulibarri. That's your top 4. Spangler goes to a B main, as does John Morano and Trent Verstraeten. That's your 7 cars for heat race number 2. Heat number 3 are lining up like this on the front row from position number 1. It's the 7 car, Bob DeGood to the outside, the 11 of Kelly Wheeler from position number 2. From 3, it's the 007 of Samuel Backman. From 4, the 31 of Brandon Templeton. From position number 5, the 93 of Jason Butterfield. From 6, the 76 of Harold Klump. And your 7th and final starter driving the Pepperoni's Pizza number 40 machine, Andrew Hansley, will make up the back row by himself. Let's just hope we don't get deja vu for the 31 car of Brandon Templeton. We go back to the RSN trackside 358 modifieds. He was, I want to say he was in the third heat, and he was the third quickest car, and he had to come from that fourth spot, but he had contact there on that initial start, therefore meaning he had to come through the B main. He won the B main, and I want to say he finished in 15th or 16th position in that main event for the RSN trackside 358 modified. So I'm sure he would love to not have to worry about coming through your consolation race. DeGood and a Wheeler. Green flag is up and we're underway, and keep an eye on the 31 car. And he looks nice and smooth through the front stretch and through turn number 1. Wheeler to Good. Wheeler with the advantage down the back straight away. Now Templeton to Good. A little bit of contact. Oh boy, Samuel Backman in the 007 machine. Klump and Butterfield both go on by. Is there something broken there on the left front of that 31 car, Brandon Templeton? Is it going to turn in okay? How much does he have to fight that race car? If there is something broken, there is second, third, and fourth on screen. To Good, Butterfield, and Klump. 2, 3, and 4 is Wheeler well out of the picture right now by nearly 8/10 of a second in that number 11 machine. Then you go back to Templeton. So Templeton really fighting that race car. I dare say something is definitely broken on the front of that car after the contact with the Good down the back straight away. Butterfield makes a mistake. Klump couldn't capitalise and couldn't get by the 93 car. Halfway home here in heat race number 3 with 3 down and 3 to run. Kelly Wheeler still leads in that number 11 machine from Bob to Good back there into position number 2. He's got a second advantage. Is Kelly Wheeler over to Good. Then you go back to 3/10 of a second. Now make it 2/10 back to the 93 car of Jason Butterfield, who's got half a second. Back to Harold Klump, and then there's a 3.5 second gap between Klump and Templeton for 4th and 5th position. Although now make that Samuel Backman into position number 5. Brandon Templeton, I believe, is going to go back pit side. He is, so he's called the virtual tow. He knows that car is bent, and the worst he's going to do is now start in what would be about position number 7 in tonight's B main. Oh, Butterfield got into the back of DeGood, and DeGood goes around. Now, Samuel Backman is now going to be the big beneficiary out of that one, as Backman will move into position number 4. And DeGood will have to start position 3 in tonight's main event, provided that there's no post-race penalty there for Jason Butterfield. But the white flag is out. 1 lap left to go here at USA in heat race number 3. Your catalytic recovery. Big block modifieds and out of the 7 cars, 4 of them are going to finish on the lead lap. The other 3 will finish in the pits. So Kelly Wheeler, at this stage, well, Kelly Wheeler will get the win. Unofficially at the moment in second is Jason Butterfield, but we'll see if that one sticks. Let's take a look right now at your official results. Jason Butterfield does finish in second, Klump in third, Backman 4th. The Good will go back to 5th, Templeton in 6th, Andrew Hansley to finish in position number 7. Final heat race of the night will line up like this. Jeffrey Barker and the Mega Plumbing Bilstein 513 car to the pole position. And the Castleberry Flagstone number 18 machine of Logan Wentz, and your RSN trackside main event winner will start to the outside of the front row. Then we go back to the second row, inside and outside. Inside the ATR number 397 machine of Alex Pomelo will start from position number 3. From 4, driving the Full Throttle Motorsports Super Dirt Car Series Swan Speed Shop number 32 car, that is Anthony Morano. And what will be now your third and final row is the 6 cars instead of the 7. Driving the Gears Unlimited 011 machine, Randall Dixon from 5, and the Red Line Design Company LGR Motorsports number 56 machine of Randy Strees from 6, and we were scheduled to have the 96 of Chris Albee. However, he has not made the call, so it is just 6 cars in this one. So yes, a total of 28 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight. However, it is only the 6 cars. There we go, back to green. Well, I should say we go green racing. Our Pomelo 3 and 4 wide there in turn number 1 and 2. We're still 3 wide. And look at this for the transfer spot. Dixon, Pomelo, along with Wentz. Dixon gets shuffled out of that one. Randy Streets could only do nothing but watch a 3-wide battle in front of him and pray and hope that everybody come away with that one nice and sound. Lap 1 belongs to Jeffrey Barker. Morano in second, Logan Wentz third, Pomelo in fourth, Dixon fifth, Shrees in position number 6. 2 down, 4 to run for your race lead off for turn number 4. Jeffrey Barker, the Mega Plumbing Bilstein 513 car, has got that Full Throttle Motorsports Super Dirt Car Series of Anthony Morano. Morano trying a different line through turn number 1 and 2, trying to the bottom side. 2/10 of a second, 2 car lengths separate first and second. Barker and Morano on screen as we work to complete half race distance here in the 4th and final heat race of the evening. Morano really closing in on your race for the lead down into turn number 1. He's now basically, if they come out of turn number 4, he's almost going to be up on the rear bumper, although Barker was just a little bit better there on the exit of turn number 2. So again, getting the exit speed. Morano looks way better in 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? Morano with a run on the outside? No, it's Barker with a run on the outside. Morano, and now from the middle to the cushion goes that 513 car. Mega Plumbing Bilstein entry of Jeffrey Barker. He may have just found the line, ladies and gentlemen, in turn number 1 and 2. Morano's really going to have to work for this one in 3 and 4. He's going to have to make a big challenge for that race for the lead in the number 1 position. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go for Jeffrey Barker. Barker's got it at the minute. Morano goes upstairs into turn number 1 and 2, but I think it's all going to be done and dusted here in the final heat race of the night. Barker, Morano dives down to the inside. Who will it be? Morano, will he slide up? Barker's going to try and get a run on the outside, but Morano leads it to the last turn to take away victory. Anthony Morano, take a bow. What a finish there in heat race number 4. Let's take a look at your official results. Morano confirmed your winner by a little over 1/10 of a second over Jeffrey Barker, home in second. Logan Wentz third. Alex Pomelo will get the 4th and final transfer position. Randall Dixon will be going to a B main along with Randy Shrees, and Chris Alvey unfortunately did not make the start of this one. B main coming up, and it'll look like this. Trevor Garreau in the 075 from position number 1. From 2, we'll see the 39 car of Patrick Spangler. Then we go back to your second row, inside and outside from position number 3. It is Bob DeGood. From 4, it's the 011 of Randall Dixon. From position number 5, it's the 83 car of Matt Schaefer. From position number 6, the 33 car of John Morano. From 7, the 31 of Brandon Templeton. From 8, the 56 of Randy Shreves. From 9, the 146 of Jason Coffey. From 10, the 088 of Trent Verstratton. Andrew Hansley lines up on the back row by himself with Chris Alvey not here in tonight's consolation race. So 11 cars with 8 going through. Who will it be? Which 3 drivers will be sent packing? Safety car is in. We'll go green flag racing, catalytic recovery. Big block modified. B main is underway. So work through 1 and 2. Everybody trying to get through it. Garreau and Spangler gonna be the two drivers to lead the field. Spangler upstairs, Garreau down to the low side, and again they work off for turn number 4. Who's it going to be? Spangler into the concrete wall. That'll give Garreau the race lead. Now Bob DeGood, Randall Dixon, John Morano trying to put them in, trying to park it on the nose, and Shree's caught up involved in that one, as is Randall Dixon. Hansley goes on by. We're going to stay green. Spangler. In fact, that's Brandon Templeton upside down. Templeton's in now what is 9th, 10th position. Make it 11th. Dixon, he's 1 spot out. Now he's into a transfer position. Boy, that was a little frantic there in turn number 1 and 2. Bob DeGood Back into position number 3, Spangler. He sees the 075 right there of Trevor Garreau driving away from the 39 car. So your top 8, Trevor Garreau, Patrick Spangler, Bob DeGood, Trent Verstraeten, Matt Schaefer. That's your top 5. Jason Coffey, John Morano, and Randall Dixon. That right there, the 011 car, is the car in the final spot. Brandon Templeton out of the event. Randy Shrees, well, he's looking at about a 4-second, nearly 5-second difference between himself and the car onto the right of your screen of Randall Dixon. He's a long way away from a transfer position, and with not that many laps left to run, we're 4 down and 4 to run. It's Trevor Garreau, still your race leader. So which 8 drivers are going to transfer to the main event? We know Templeton's not. Templeton is out of the event. And boy, talk about bad luck here at USA. Brandon Templeton has had no luck. Verstraeten closing in right there on the 088 machine to get up to the 7 car of Bob DeGood. And again, do you want to press the issue? Do you want to force it? Knowing that, well, you're going to be starting on the same road. Whether you want inside or outside, that's the question. If you want, how hard do you want to push it? And you want to push it real good. White flag coming out right now for Trevor Garreau down the front straight away. 4 turns. Verstraeten cuts it down to the inside, trying to get by Bob DeGood, but couldn't complete the passes. There is your leader down into 1 and 2 here on the final lap. It's down the back straight away. For the final time in your consolation race, he's still got to do 30 laps in the main event into turn number 3. About to come off corner number 4. How about putting your hands together for Trevor Garreau, your winner in tonight's consolation race. Second will go to Patrick Spangler. Third at the line will be Bob DeGood. Fourth, Trent Verstraeten. Rounding out your top 5 is Matt Schaefer. Jason Coffey home in 6th. John Morano, Randall Dixon will get the 7th and 8th final transfer positions. Unfortunately for the likes of Randy Shrees, his night is done, as is the rest of the field. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Back with your main event on the other side of this.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now, from coast to coast? It's one of the best tracks in the Coast to Coast Racing League, and it's showtime in Volusia.
Back live on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is time for your catalytic recovery big block modified main event here at the USA International Speedway. Your Gambler Motorsports and Thursday Night Thunder winter season week number 5. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler once again with you for the call as we take a look at your starting lineup. Couple of good mates on the front row. Isaac Salas will start up alongside Dean Reynolds in row number 1. Row number 2 is going to be Kelly Wheeler and Anthony Morano. Those are the 4 drivers that picked up heat race victories earlier on this evening. Row 3, Jason Henry alongside Michael Vitale. Then we go back to row number 4. We'll see Jason Butterfield and Jeffrey Barker. Row 5, John Hayne alongside Kurt Schatzer. Row 6, Harold Klump and Logan Wentz. Row 7, the drivers that finished 4th in the heat races. Stephen Stewart alongside Talon Ulibarri. Row number 8, we'll see Samuel Buckman and Alex Pomelo. We go to your B-Main winner and B-Main transferees. Trevor Garreau alongside Patrick Spangler in row number 9. Row 10, we'll see Bob DeGood and Trent Verstraeten. Then we go to row 11, second last row, Matt Schaefer alongside Jason Coffey and John Morano and Randall Dixon getting the final 2 transfer positions. So Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, winter season week number 5. Catalytic recovery, big block modified. We've already had the RSN trackside 358 modified where that was taken out by Logan Wentz. But it's time to go racing here off turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Salas, Dean Reynolds on the front row. Who's it going to be? Let's get dirty for 30 as they work down the front straight away. And boy, Dean Reynolds, he looked to get the jump on Salas, but it's going to be Salas to lead off for turn number 2 and down the back straight away. Morano going to quickly find his way into position number 3 to get by Kelly Wheeler. So your 4 heat race winners are doing a nice job out in front at the minute. But right now, lap number 1, win this 22.5-mile race is going to go to Isaac Salas. We go back through the field. Butterfield alongside Kurt Schatz as they battle for what is 8th and 9th position on your screen as we continue on here in your catalytic recovery. Big block modified A main event. Morano looks like he was closing in right there just on second place driver of Dean Reynolds. These drivers know that it is going to be a very, very long race. John Hayne, the Extreme E-Speed TV number 71 machine. Boy, he's showing some good speed right now in the 71 car, showing some good signs. There, look at that, five cars. Henry, Barker, Schatzer, Hayne and Butterfield. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 position. Butterfield into the wall. That will move Logan Wentz. Logan Wentz now into a top 10 pool. Jason Butterfield, Trent Verstraeten as well. Will we go yellow? Well, Verstraeten got into the back of him. We're going to stay green for the moment. There is the yellow flag and Jason Butterfield. We've seen that one happen. We've seen that one unfold. So the yellow flag is going to come out here for the first time in tonight's catalytic recovery. Big block modified A main event. I tell you what, these boys are going to have to be up on the wheel if they want to have a chance at getting by the 5 car of Isaac Salas. We all know the speed he's got. He showed it in the 358 modified division. Next to RSN trackside where he was unable to get the win, but he showed good signs and held on for a second place finish. So it's almost time to go racing once again. lights are still on, so we'll send him around two more times at least. Randall Dixon, Patrick Spangler. We'll see where those guys are. I believe they might be out of the event, actually. Yes, I believe their nights are done. Yes, they are both out of this event, unfortunately. So we'll see what the front row can do. We'll see if Dean Reynolds can get a good start here on Isaac Salas. See what Morano's got for Reynolds and Salas, and then keep an eye on Kelly Wheeler. How about the 213 Michael Vitale? Let's see what he's got in tonight's main event. Who will take out the Catalytic Recovery? A main event. 22 cars left on the raceway, and on the lead lap will come to the green flag. 4 down, 26 to go. And the green flag goes up, and the throttle goes down. Wheeler, absolute shocking restart there. So slow, 3 wide almost for the race lead. Off turn number 2. Morano now getting by Dean Reynolds. Can Reynolds fight back? No. Give the spot, give the runner a position right now to Anthony Morano. As Morano sets his sights on the back of the 5 car of Isaac Salas. And Salas, he's very, very experienced when it comes to these big block modified, even the modified racing division. He knows how to get the job done here in the Coast to Coast Racing League, and right now trying to get it done in the Catalytic Recovery. Big block modifieds. We're 5 down, 25 to run as the yellow flag will come out. So yellow is out on the raceway. So second caution. Because it's just starting off what we've seen in the RSN Trackside 358 division. We've just seen a couple early cautions at the start of this one. And then of course we'll hopefully start to get some green flag laps just like what we did. I think we had, I want to say, 5 or 6 cautions in the RSN Trackside 358 main event. But still, tell you what, USA makes for some good racing. And these drivers are really going to have to search around. Lights are still on the racing.com safety car and also the Steve King Foundation pace car. So lights are still on. So again, we'll send them around 2 times around USA Speedway. Talon Yulabari at the back of the field in the 19 car. So USA bringing you tonight's coverage of the Thursday Night Thunder Winter Season Week number 5. Don't forget Pro Late Models to come after this one. Travis Pierce been on the call for that one. And the NASCAR Xfinity from Michigan. Coming back to the green flag off for corner number 4. Isaac Salas, 6 down, 24 to go. Morano now on the outside of the front row. Safety car is up and he gets on the gas, and we'll go racing here in A main action. Catalytic Recovery, A main event. Reynolds now down to the inside. He's going to do what Morano did to Reynolds earlier on the last restart, and now move Dean Reynolds into position number 2. Well, I tell you what, if Reynolds and Morano keep swapping and changing positions on the restarts after some yellows, it's going to make for a very interesting finish for those 2 drivers. Oh, Schatzer But look at this, we're 3 wide. Oh no, look out in the 171 car. I believe that's Jason Henry. Henry's going to go around. We're going to go yellow. And again, just catching the back end of that one, unfortunately. So again, if you are watching, watching on the social media pages of Ultimate Dirt TV, don't forget that hit the like and follow button, share it out, and same on the Gambler Motorsports Thursday night, the Coast to Coast Racing Network live on YouTube. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, and we'll make sure you share it out. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button on the page as well. Bringing you, what is, I think 5 or 6 nights. No, 6 nights of racing each and every week, and these guys do a wonderful job. From asphalt to dirt rally, I believe they do in the Pro 4s, all the way over to the dirt side of things. And there is a mammoth team behind the scenes that make all this possible for us to come out here and showcase the world of esports here on the iRacing.com service. Of course, a big mention to iRacing. You go to iRacing.com for what they have given us here on in the esports world. I think we're still 2 to green at the minute, the way the drivers that are lined up. Don't forget, you can still follow iRacing on the World Wide Web. iRacing is the world's premier motorsport racing simulation. Ready to go back racing here in tonight's main event. So we are at a single file restart now. Safety car goes in, 8 down, 22 to run. So the single file restart's going to help the likes of Dean Reynolds, knowing that, well, he doesn't have to contend with Anthony Morano on the inside of that second row. And now we can just follow your race leader, Kelly Wheeler, trying to get by Morano. So still your 4 heat race winners. They're still running 1, 2, 3, and 4. Vitali has got Jeffrey Barker now to the inside. Barker going to move up to position number 5. And Jeffrey Barker driving the Mega Plumbing Bilstein 213 car. Well, 1 car around on the grass. It's the 83 car, Matt Schaefer. So he'll go a lap down. And because he's off the racing surface and he's on the grass, we're not going to go yellow. It's all iRacing cautions right now. Vitali in the 213 to the top of the racetrack into turn number 3 again. Leaves the door open right there for Jeffrey Barker to try and sneak on by. But Vitali will move back to position number 5. Morano closing in right now on Dean Reynolds in the 79 car for the runner-up position. Wheeler back there in 4th, 5th and 6th are still side by side. Vitali and Barker. Barker in the blue and yellow entry. Vitali in the 213. Here comes the 218 car of Kurt Schatzer, and bringing with him is Alex Pomelo. So 5, 6, 7 and 8. The drivers are getting real close to each other. Vitali drives it down to the middle of the racetrack on the entry down into turn number 1. Not leaving a whole lot of room there for Jeffrey Barker, but Vitali does enough to hold on. Meanwhile, Challenger again for 2nd and 3rd position. Morano goes upstairs. Reynolds still stays on the low side of the speedway. Up for turn number 4. We're 12 down and 18 to run, and now switching up the lanes goes Anthony Morano. He went outside, inside, back to the outside he goes. Who's it going to be off turn number 2? It's still Isaac Salas. He's opened up a 1.3, almost got to 1.4 second gap over Dean Reynolds in 2nd. Morano still holding on to position number 3. Kelly Wheeler 4th. Then you go back to Barker in 5th. Pomelo. Not sure what happened to Vitali, but he's back into position number 8 as Logan Wentz is by him as we are yellow. Oh, Kurt Schatzer in the pits. So Schatzer will find his way pit side, and we are pacing at the minute. So we have still got 3 laps under the yellow flag conditions before we go back green. So still plenty of action here on the iRacing.com service. Salas has led since the drop of the green flag. Can he hold on to go and sweep this catalytic recovery big block modified race from going quick time in qualifying? Picking up the win in heat race number 1, now looking for a 30-lap main event victory here tonight to get, like I said, sweep your big block modified portion of the evening. He got a runner-up finish in the 358 modifieds thanks to RSN Trackside. So light's still flashing, which means we are still to the green. So lights are out once again here at USA. Big block modified beta event about to come back under green flag conditions. Catalytic recovery. We're a lap away from half race distance. 14 down, 16 to go. And again, Salison, Dean Reynolds will go straight to the bottom into turn number 1 and 2. Morano going to send it upstairs. Wheeler right through the middle. So we see a lot of these drivers really utilising this entire racetrack here in Lakeland, Florida. Morano almost all over the back of Dean Reynolds. They work down the back straight away. Watching right now, Kelly Wheeler and Jeffrey Barker going to duke it out right now for the 4th and 5th spots on the racetrack. Barker gets on by, and now Wheeler goes back to position number 5. Here comes Pomelo as well, and bringing Logan Wentz with him. So Logan Wentz, your winner of the RSN Trackside 358 modified main event, has found his way well inside of a top 10 right now, and he's going to be close to battling for a top 5 position. But he's got to get by Alex Pomelo and Kelly Wheeler. Then he's got to set his sights on the back of the 513 car of Jeffrey Barker. But Wheeler right now in the 11 car is the man. And that is in that 5th spot. So a top 5. Pomelo just grabs the cushion down into turn number 3. So a very similar gap between first, second, and third. As here we go, a little bit of contact down the front straight away. Pomelo and Wentz, and now Michael Vitali again. Stephen Stewart there to the right of your screen in the 47 car. Pomelo gets clear of Logan Wentz. Stephen Stewart again to the outside in 3 and 4. Trevor Garreau had a decent qualifying effort here tonight, but was just unable to get anything done in the heat races. 0.3 of a second separating Dean Reynolds in second and Anthony Morano in position number 3. Morano, one of the quickest cars on the racetrack in the minute, all by your race leader, who is still in the 22-second bracket right now. His last lap was a 22.996. So still seeing a lot of 23 zeros, 23 ones, and 23 twos. So still working here in the main event. And with 10 laps left to run, it's Isaac Salas still leading the way right now. From Dean Reynolds, Anthony Morano, Jeffrey Barker and Kelly Will. We still see a lot of the guys work to the bottom side of the racetrack. Stephen Stewart, probably one of only 3, maybe 4 drivers still working or trying to make the top side work. There he goes into 3 and 4 once again. He has to try a different line. Well, a 1.3 second gap is now going to be evaporated. It's going to get taken away from Isaac Salas because the caution flag will come out. And they'll have to sit up behind the iRacing.com pace truck with 9 laps left to run. So 21 will be officially. He's the lap counter in the books. So we'll see how these drivers are going to fare in the final 9 laps of this main event. Who will get the job done? A very tough ask for anyone to get by the 5 car of Isaac Salas. He's been very good in tonight's Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modified. Lights are up. They work down the back straight away. Let's wait and see. 9 laps is upon us. Come back to green and we're back underway. Your main event, Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modifieds. There's Bob DeGood coming out on the racetrack just as we went green, so obviously getting some running repairs done. So still 19 cars left on the lead lap, but Bob DeGood might be about to make it 18 because he's not too far away from your race lead. And well, with 8 to go, there's an every possibility that right now that Isaac Salas is going to catch him. We've seen that just off the exit of turn number 4. We've seen about the top 7, top 8 drivers all rolling the inside of the racetrack through 3 and 4. So they know that, well, if they keep the tyres down and the rubber down there, it's going to be very hard to make any sort of passes here late in this stage. But again, we come back yellow once again. Alright, so I believe we're about to go racing here off turn number 4. In fact, the lights are still on the iRacing.com pace truck, so not too far away from this main event. Restarting here. All right, once again back. Lights are out. Who will it be? Gonzalez. Can he sweep it? Can he sweep the big block modifieds? Let's wait and find out what will happen. I guess you could say it's going to be on for young and old in the final 7 laps. Salas is going to be the man to beat. Let's wait and find out. Back to green we go. Off for turn number 4 with Isaac Salas continuing to lead the way. Morano, you watch him in the 32K. He's got Jeffrey Barker some 3 car lengths back right now. So your top 3 at the minute, they look pretty solid. And without anybody challenging your top 3, Pomelo, I think Pomelo just caught the wall. And that will give an opportunity right now for Michael Vitali to move into position number 6. They make a bit of contact. Trevor Garreau. Oh, Stephen Stewart around. Henry in the 171 car involved as well. Samuel Backman checking up just to try and avoid all that one. But unfortunately, we see a couple of cars. Just not finishing the way they want to. All right, so we'll have to re-rack and re-stack them once again here in the big block modifieds. Again, it's all about trying to get a good finish because, well, if you can find yourself with a good finish here tonight, that championship is going to be the big one that everybody wants to win. And to do that, you've got to finish. So to finish first you must finish. The old saying goes. Anyhow, we'll see what happens. The lights are still on the racing.com safety car. We aren't too far away, so we're 2 to green at the minute. Don't forget, Pro Late Models coming up after this one. With Coast to Coast, Travis Piercefield, Extreme E-Speed TV on the call for that one. All right, back to racing off turn number 4. Lights are out, 5 to go. It's been a stop-start affair here at USA. And, oh, USA is one of those tracks where you're either going to get a few cautions or you're going to get no cautions or probably too many cautions. But it's like that week in and week out. You never know what you're going to get until we get it. And, well, we get it that we are going to go back racing. And, well, your top 3 went to the bottom. But Dean Reynolds, Anthony Morano actually missed the bottom. Not sure whether he made a bit of contact there with the back of the 79 car of Reynolds. But he just starting to lose a bit of ground there to your top 2. But really starting to close in now in the middle of 3 and 4. But coming to 4 to go. Isaac Salas 4 laps away from sweeping the big block modified portion of the evening. You go back to the restart. He just had to check up. Was Morano. He checked up, nearly got in the back of the 79 car of Dean Reynolds, but 3 to go for your leader. Barker back there in position number 4. Kelly Wheeler in 5th. And again, everybody all trying to stay on the low side. That first car is going to be Stephen Stewart to work to the top of the racetrack. Now we see Garou trying to go through the middle of the speedway. Coming to 2 laps to run. And 1.5 miles away from victory lane. Salsa time, baby, because here at the USA International Speedway, Isaac Salas will see the popsicle sticks out. 2 laps left to run here in the main event of the catalytic recovery. Big block modifieds. Coming to 1 to go. Salas still decent on the low side and driving away from Reynolds. He has got 4 left-hand turns to make it. He gets through 1. He gets through 2 and down the back straight away for the final time. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, winter season week number 5. Catalytic recovery, big block modifieds. And your main event winner is going to be Isaac Salas. Dean Reynolds will come home in 2nd spot. Anthony Morano 3rd. Fourth is going to go to Jeffrey Barker. Kelly Wheeler rounds out your top 5. We'll take a look at your official results. 6 is Alex Pomelo, Michael Vitale in 7th. Logan Wench, Trevor Garou, Harold Klump make up your top 10. Over the page, 11 through to 20th. Jason Henry in 11th. Stephen Stewart, Jason Coffey, Samuel Backman, Talon Ulibarri in 15th. Bob DeGood, first car a lap down in 16th. Matt Schaefer, John Morano, Jason Butterfield, Trent Verstratton. That'll be your top 20. And then the final 4 drivers, Kurt Schatzer, John Hayne, Patrick Spangler, and Randall Dixon. Immediately straight down into victory lane. Instead of going from 3rd to 1st, we're going to go 1st, 2nd, and 1st because he's the first man here. And in fact, we're going to wait because we've just gotten 2nd place, so we may as well wait for the 32 car of Anthony Morano. And while that is being done, we're going to move him to there. And we are going to go 3rd place here tonight is the 32 car of Anthony Morano. Anthony, congratulations. 3rd place finish here tonight in the catalytic recovery. Big block modifieds. That got a little bit tough there towards the end of that race.
Yeah, I was trying anything under the sun there, and then all the cautions, you can't get momentum built up. So we'll take 3rd. You know, always good fun finishing behind Isaac and Dean, so we'll take it. And move on to wherever we're going next. I don't even remember.
No, if you're talking about in the pro late models, you're back here at USA, so...
Yeah, no. The next week for the modifieds.
Okay, hang on. If you bear with me for about 13 and a half seconds, I'll actually tell you where you're going to next week. You're actually going to Lanier. So we go from a 3/4 mile racetrack, we go to a 3/8 of a mile racetrack. Was that the track tonight? Was that a little bit hard to pass? It's just sort of one lane on the bottom there?
Yeah, it was really tough. It was just like a train, basically, just staying in line, trying not to lose any, but trying to gain as much as you can without spinning tires coming out. So, but it was definitely tricky with that because, I mean, if you miss your mark, you're screwed. So I was trying to top. I knew there was grip there, but it's just such a long ways away around there.
Anthony, well done on a 3rd place finish here tonight. Catalytic recovery, big block modifieds. We'll let you thank everybody involved on this 32 car.
I gotta thank my wife Sherry, my teammates at Full Throttle Motorsports, Dean over at Super Dirt Car, Logan at High Mom Lens, DJ Sim Shop, GripHack.com, MDI TV, Brett, you for doing a broadcast, and everyone at Coast to Coast.
Anthony Morano home in position number 3. Home in 2nd spot tonight, the 79 car of Dean Reynolds. And Dino, new year, new you, and a podium.
Yeah, that made up for that 358 debacle that I drove. My God, that was terrible. But, that was a tactical race. And you got the big blocks that have all this power, and you got to feather it on the bottom. That's not me. I can't do that for crap, Brett. But we got it done.
You got it done. This track was, Anthony just said there was a bit of grip up top, but I mean, to go the long way around here, it makes it so much more difficult. Did you have a game plan in mind just to stick to the bottom there on a lot of those restarts?
Yeah, no, I did, because there was that tack coming out in the bottom of the straightaways, and I don't have any V3 pedals or anything. Isaac and Anthony got V3s, so they know when they're spinning the tires. So I had to, if you notice, I stayed lower on the straightaways than everybody just to stay in that tack. And that's all I was going to do. I miss the old USA because Brett, you remember the old build where you used to be able to ride the wall here. And remember when the wall and the cushion built up and everything, but you just can't do that anymore. So I missed that, and it took that away from me because I was one of the few guys that would go up there and do that. But, hey, this is the way the build is, and you got to do what you got to do. And, we'll take the second. So that was a fun run. But, I mean, you had the two best coast-to-coast modified guys. I was the meat in their sandwich, so I'm happy with that. That sounded great.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounded great. You almost just led me into what could be something very, very dangerous there, team. But, hey, well done on a second-place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 79 car.
I got to thank the gang at Full Throttle Motorsports. Happy for Sam Bachman with his third there in the first race, and Anthony with his third on this race. And, got to thank Team Venom as well, Isaac Salas. And, there's a reason why I put Super Dirt Car Series logo on Isaac's car. I mean, he's, until somebody dethrones him here, he's the best. But Anthony's getting close. They're the two guys, and I'm happy to be part of both of their teams. And so I got to thank them. Got to thank you, Brett. I'm glad you're back. I know you were busy actually doing some real racing. That's really cool. Happy for you, my friend. Hopefully that takes off for you. And I got to thank Coast to Coast for giving us a place to race.
Team, well done on second spot, mate. Good luck for the rest of the night. We'll see you back next week.
Mate, thank you.
Dean Reynolds, the man that comes home in position number 2. We're not the winner tonight from fastest qualified heat race number 1 victory to leading all 30 laps of the Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modifieds. That's Isaac Salas. And, well, salsa time, baby. How you feeling?
Oh, man. How about that ass whooping? It was pretty fun, man.
Well, this track got, I don't want to say technical because it was just a lot of the guys working the bottom side. You had probably 3-4 guys, you try in the middle and some guys try on the top side. Did you feel like at the start of this race that it was just going to be all around the bottom side?
I thought there was going to be a top, to be honest with you, but kind of watching through the warm-up there was no cushion up top, so I figured it'd probably be bottom for a while. I didn't expect it to be just kind of bottom all around for the entire race, though.
We go through and we have probably a few too many cautions than what we would have liked to have had here tonight. Well, what goes through your mind as you're rolling around? Because with the stop start, it does break up that momentum for you.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely can clean that up a little bit. But I mean, it's something to build off. But yeah, I think when you're just kind of trying to keep the competitive mindset going, it's kind of difficult to just stop, and then you're like, all right, well, here we go again. And then you have, the chance for Dean and Anthony to be right on you going into turn 1, and if you miss turn 1 at all, they're gonna, go right on underneath you and just drive away into the sunset. So, it's fun, but it's also very frustrating.
Second spot in the 358s. You go one better, you get the win here in the Big Block Modifieds. We've got Pro Late Models to come later on, or very shortly, I should say. But Isaac, congratulations on this victory. We'll let you thank everybody involved once again on this 5 car before we let you get prepared for the Pro Late Models.
Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to all the guys over at Venom Racing, Dean and Super Dirt Car Series. It's awesome for a 1-2 between him and I. Magnum Race Designs, Got Your 6 Racing Network, RS and Trackside. Everybody here in Coast to Coast, Mission 22, my Gramps with Top Notch Trucking. Again, thank you for the broadcast, Brett. Thank you to my girlfriend for watching. I know you're still watching, so thank you a lot. And then thanks to my friends and family that are also watching. So,
Isaac, well done on the win. We'll see you back next week at Lanier.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
There you go, Isaac Salas, your winner here tonight from the USA International Speedway Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modifieds. Well, we've still got Pro Late Models to come. Travis Pearsfield will have the call for that one. In fact, we'll bring him up right now. Travis, well, the modified portion of the evening is done. And, well, you've still got Pro Late Models, followed by the NASCAR Xfinity cars at Michigan. How you feeling?
Feeling good. We've got late models here on the track now at USA as they get hot laps in. And then, as you mentioned, we'll go up to the Irish Hills of Michigan for another Xfinity Series race to conclude our Thursday Night Thunder. So it should be a good second half here this week on the Coast to Coast Racing League Network.
All right, well, we'll take this opportunity right now for myself and Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll step aside. Coast to Coast Racing Network still going to be live. We'll take a short break, come back. Pro Late Models on the program.